In mid, it's going to be QO playing our Phantom Lancer. It'll be the Bounty Hunter played by Febby. He's going to be out in this off lane for the Dire side. He's joined by Forev on the Axe. The Queen of Pain going to be farmed by MP. He's in the safe lane, and he's going to be helped out by Dubu, who will be on this Witch Doctor. Looks like they may want to get a little active, and now General always going to be caught with a second cast shot as well. Trying to trade shots. First blood could be one more. That'll do. And Dubu gets MVP, a nice lead to get things going.
That was a really nice kill, and something that they definitely were not expecting.
At this point, even Febby on this Bounty Hunter has been roaming in and out. The jungle's doing better. Is this something that NaVi needs to change right now, or is it the kind of thing where you just hope it works out?
They might just kill Artstyle here.
Yeah, I'm going to say probably the former. Or Dit-Yara gets off. Oh, he managed to get off the shackles. Not shackles, the searing chains, but Perez very low now, and here comes Saneko trying to get a rebuttal kill of his own. General's right there. There's another searing chains, and that'll put NaVi on the board finally as they get a good kill and not a moment too soon.
Yeah, a little bit surprised that he stuck around for so long. Maybe he just, and that's a huge difference. And plus the active, for the amount that it costs, absorbs so much damage in a fight that it might even be worth buying in this early stage of the game.
More movement towards mid. Another Sonic Wave unable to bring Saneko down. They do get the Wind Ranger though, just barely. Saneko now making a run forward. QO wants to find a Spirit Lance. Doesn't look like he will be able to. They're very deep here. The rotation is coming from Artstyle in General. General shows up, engaged very quickly. The damage is there. Are they going to be able to finish him off? No. Yes, they do manage to get the one, Saneko, but General barely able to escape with his life. Very low health. Now Artstyle going to be eating some damage. There's a brain sap. Here comes Dit-Yara to clean up house. Sleep on the QO, and Searing Chains enough to bring him down. So NaVi with a good exchange that time. Once again, only giving up the IO and getting the two most important cores on the side of MVP.
Really good turn there. And you can see the way that MVP like to play this. It doesn't matter if their heroes are good during mid or late game. They just always want to fight.
Shackle not going to latch. And wow, Dubu turned right back around into this. He's going to die for free. That was immediate burst down. And Febby's going to be careful. Yeah, that was a spirit. A spirit hit Febby as he was running, and it gave him the tip off that he was there. The dust afterwards, and another great kill.
A couple of kills there for MVP, but we also have to consider that General, this guy's almost got a mech. He's got drums. It's only 13 minutes into the game. I really think the teamfight potential from NaVi is escalating a lot faster than MVP would like it to, and that's why they're just trying to pressure so much on their own. They don't want to let NaVi just have this kind of free reign. And now that they have the track available too, NaVi are going to have to be much more careful.
QO nightmare. Febby's there, throws out the shuriken toss. QO's going to end up maybe dropping it. They find the right one. They can't. He's still alive. He's going to try to make a run for it. Now they're going to try to turn it. Saneko's tracked out. That's a track kill for Febby. So even though they bring down the Phantom Lancer and the Witch Doctor, they still are able to clean up on the side of NaVi. It looked like MVP was going to make it away. That was at least one, if not two, track kills.
And also allow him to pressure towers simultaneously. And could see a bit of action here middle lane. Looks like MVP are not willing to let go of that tier 1.
Just picked up the blink on the Axe as well. Forev looking to show it off. They got Dit-Yara. They're going to have to do it quickly. Do they have it? Sonic Wave. They do not. He's able to jump away.
No.
Oh, he comes back! And now they're going to try to follow it up. QO in the mix. He's way out front, though. And as of now, there's that mech coming into play. Forev left hanging out front. Does get the dunk off. And now trying to use that mobility to find some safety. Dubo's there healing him up. Not enough, though, as they end up going 2 for 2 thus far. Now they're going to try to turn it around. MP doing what he can from inside of the Sprout. Damage is there. There's a track on the General. MP blinks past him. Spirit Lance is going to be there in General. Another track on the Dit-Yara. MP turns it around. He's got two sprouted in. And now they're going to bring one down. Dit-Yara's turned on. He will be able to teleport away. But what a disaster for NaVi. That Sprout, though. What happened, General?
I think it is the Fusel.
That's kind of what I was thinking too. It only makes sense to get this lineup. With a Crimson Guard out and potentially maybe just waiting on the diffusal, we could see a smoke down to the south. But do they just at some point just get all their guns together and march down the lane?
Oh, no!
Whiffed on Artstyle. They should be able to get him in. No! Relocate is there. Shackles and the focus fire doing the work. Right now, Dubu's zoning them out just enough. Perhaps hanging around, but he's going to be nightmared. It's going to be juggled off of him. And he's going to be caught with the shackles once again. Not the shackles, but the searing chains. And NaVi take what should have been a very easy support kill for MVP, roll it up and turn it into a 3-for-0 exchange in their favor. A grand total of 2,000 gold changing hands that time around.
Be amazing in order to live. So still a lot more Dota for MVP to play out here. They just need to be very careful not to give too much more away.
Ooh, QO, not sure if he canceled it on purpose, but he almost caught the general with the whole team trailing behind him. Almost caught him with the Spirit Lance. So MVP does seem to be getting back to playing aggressive, just the way they're running across the map now.
One for the kill.
Indy hits the shackle.
What was that?
Okie doke.
All right, that's a fact.
Backband, please. They're going to try to counter punch now. General's going to be caught for Revs there. Got two. Seneko just completely cold to pieces. Dubu caught with the Fiend's Grip from behind. General going to try to catch himself in. Heard him Sonic Wave in the meantime, and Forev can't get in. Did get off the call at the very last second. That's going to make it a double kill, a double dunkaroo for Forev. And that's going. I didn't see how many of those were tracks. Did you catch that, Drasko?
I think it was Wrath of Nature during team fights. The Flame Guard is still a substantial amount of Ditcher Raw's DPS, and you also have to worry about power shots and spirits, and all of that stuff adds up very quickly. So having the pipe out on the field, having the bounty be more durable, that you have to use more spells on him to kill, all that stuff matters a ton.
Trying to relocate onto Feb. He crossed over a Sentry Ward, and now Forev! Great call. They're going to try to turn it around, but they're split up right now. Caught out from behind was Febby, now MP, trying to re-engage. That was an excellent call by Forev, but he was so far ahead of his team they couldn't convert it. Now they're going to try to chase this down. QO does have the defusal going to work, and it's showing its work. And now MP caught out with the Fiend's Grip, doesn't matter, cancel. We're going to see the Ember Spirit go ahead and bail. It's a 2-for-2 thus far. Seneko has to make a run for it as well. Ditcheraw had the Spirit previously placed for safety's sake. And a Mjolnir up on two of the heroes on top of Sleight of Fist for the Ember Spirit. So shoring up that weakness, getting the BKB out on Dindy as opposed to going straight to the Mjolnir, I think is the right call as well. Allows him to play a little bit more aggressive. Speaking of aggressive, how about we just catch Dindy out?
Nightmare!
Nightmare plus relocate. And that, I don't know it's going to save everyone else, but it certainly kept Dindy up and standing for a bit. There's the Glimmer Cape, showed off to keep art style alive. Now they may try to turn. Ooh, that was so close, but Ditcheraw showing off his damage potentials. He's got a crit stick up. Now they're going to try to turn it. Artstyle caught out in the river. He's being focused down. Up on the high ground, damage being done as well. Ditcheraw brought down too. And QO showing his punching power for the first time all game. Really bringing it together, what you had talked about.
5 of them, you know what I mean? Like, you have to get really good RNG to really kill the PL. The strength of the PL against the Ember comes from the fact that he has a hard time going high ground against you. That's where the Ember becomes strong.
But they just pinged out QO. They
Yeah.
know which one's the real one.
He's trying to get the heck out of here.
And Artstyle picks the right one. Relocate's coming in. This is a huge kill for them to find. And the response is there, just a little late, and probably the best call for Rev and MP can make, just backing out. Now NaVi going to try to convert this. Rev's going to go in and get off the call, though. Has the blade mail. There's going to be the scream. Let's see if they can follow it. Artstyle's very tanky. Sonic Wave did catch two. Dindy as well as Artstyle, but MP's going to end up, oh, no, never mind. Able to make it away. Another call on the general now. They'll be right there with him, turning it around. Dindy's trying to get involved. They're so damn tanky, Draskell. Ditcheraw caught and hex from behind. The damage is the question. They got it in spades. They've got it with the Death Ward. Forev not able to get the call that time, but it's a 2-for-1. And yes, they gave up the PL, but they also gave up the Ember. And once again, those track kills coming into play, just the importance of keeping the Ember Spirit up and farming. And the PL and the Queen of Pain comprising two of the top 3. General, like you said, in good shape, but he's doing, you know, he has this weird mix kind of a build where he's not really damaged, but he's also not, you know, just utility. He's a little bit of both. Here we go. Forev pops the BKB, and immediately we see one exit. Forev miss it. No, he did get Artstyle with the call. He will be sprouted in. Let's see how they want to engage this. NaVi has to be very careful. This could be the game. QO going to try to turn this around. Goes right on the Ditcheraw. Above that, there's Forev. Caught out with the Fiend's Grip. Doesn't matter, though. General trying to right-click down the axe. Behind it, though, the battle continues to rage. Seneko's going to be caught out. Dindy has to skirt along the edge as he's unable to get himself back into the fight. General up at the top ridge line. Makes it a double kill for QO as he drops. It's a 3-for-1 thus far. And looks like it'll probably stay that way as everyone else had to get out. I just don't see how NaVi can slow it down at this point. That's, again, just to point it out, 3,800 gold That's the goal difference off of that one fight, a 3-for-1.
It's just a difference between the lineups is you have to execute if you're NaVi. Their lineup requires you to outplay your opponent. When you're up against this like late game Phantom Lancer with the bounty, with the rest of the MVP lineup, it's just a very difficult game.
Saneko just bought back and he just died back. He's out and down for the count. Sleight of Fist is doing some good work. Let's see if it's going to be enough. QO engages right on the Ditcheraw. That Basher doing work as it slowed him down. And now he's on top of Dindy. Here comes MP. Hex used. Glimmer Cake's there to buy some time. Sonic Wave will do its job though, and there's going to be Dindy down. And now they're farming them up in their own fountain. Absolute absurdity, and they're going to end up feeding quite a lot away because of it. Buybacks out of 3 for NaVi and MVP.
That was not great.
No. It looked like they were just going to put a cherry on top, and instead NaVi licked the whipped cream. As Febby now was spotted out, but he actually is able to save himself using the Greaves. Nope, they got him. Power shot it down. What just happened, Drask?
Doing what they can to balance the lane equilibrium out of it, maybe take a little bit of the pressure off of themselves for a little while. That's really the biggest thing, is they need to try to like control lanes. They will chase QO here.
See if they want to engage. They do. General's going to come right in. QO doing work. There's a Sonic Wave. The Aegis should have about 60 seconds left on it. Shackle is on point, but do they have the damage to do anything about it for now? BKB is going to be deployed by Dindy. QO splits up, and now being focus fired, he is going to end up dropping. The Aegis still up on the Ember Spirit. This looks like this should be a pretty heavy win for NaVi if they could just continue to close it out. MVP left to run, and Karev was nowhere near there. Dindy now will be relocated. Beautiful play as MP now becomes the target. QO back up and into the fray. But ultimately, that feels like that's a win. Well, I don't know, NaVi.
They forced the PL to buy back. It's definitely a win.
But he had the goal. I don't know that it impacted.
For people to jump them. That's the best of both worlds, because then they can use relocate to save. We've been seeing Saneko make use of that time after time. You know, somebody gets blink called, they relocate save. Oh, Dendy. There's a Hex. There's a Hex on the bounty. He's in trouble.
Yeah. Oh, he missed the call. BKB's going to be used now, and now the relocate in. Forev leading the way, doing a lot of damage. That blade work just doing work. And that's going to be a double dunk. 100 plus seconds down for 2 of the biggest cores on the map. And NaVi, just like that, find themselves down 4 players. They don't have a buyback on Artstyle, but that's it. They do on everyone else.
And so even though General has like an insane amount of farm and Dendy's farm is still okay, the Ember has like Butterfly now, it's just they're never really able to hit MVP's base. You know, they're never really able to push the lanes out enough, and because of the fact that they don't want to spend buybacks here, they will probably end up losing this Rax. Okay, now they're going to buy back, but it's a little bit late now.
Yep, they've already lost 1 set of racks, so there's QO going to be Hex. Do they have any damage? Febby caught out with that. There's going to be the Greaves through it. Now General's forced to BKB. Sonic Wave doesn't do much of anything, but MVP just swarming them, forcing the relocate to get 1 out of the battle. QO down to half health. Ditcheraw doing what he can. Saneko, oh, he missed the dunk. He missed the dunk on Saneko. Saneko has to run and might make it back in the meantime, though. QO very low. Are they going to be able to finish him off? They will, but oh my goodness. Dubu on point and able to bring down the remainder of NaVi. The buybacks are done, and so is NaVi as MVP in a game they made a lot more interesting by trying to go at it pub style and dive the fountain before the tier 3s, let alone the racks, were down. They nonetheless finally managed to shut that door just short of an hour in, Drask. Crazy game.